Even if you are making mistakes, we are learning 5 different ways, it will not work. The sixth time, it would be a success. And we keep doing that and we keep growing.
And here you're always going to be learning or winning. So winning is like when experience is positive, experience is, your intent, impact, that is an alignment and everything works out the way you envision.
Welcome to IT by Design's Culture and Career Corner with CEO Sunny Kaila. Today's guest is Jigyasa Das, Talent Marketing Manager at IT by Design. Today, they chat about her career journey, ITBD culture, and lessons the younger generations of professionals can adopt for their career journey. Over to you, Sunny.
Hi, Jigyasa. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sunny. Thank you so much for having me.
So you're my team member who works directly with me on a lot of projects, and I truly, truly enjoy working with you. It's so pleasant to work with you. I truly appreciate your teamwork.
Thank you so much, Sunny. And trust me, the feeling is mutual. It's been an amazing experience, working with you and the rest of the ITBD team.
Awesome. So now we're gonna share your thinking with the world. So this is like a culture career corner conversation that we have once a week with different team members at ITBD. So let's start with your journey. Can you share your a life journey, a brief, like a summary of your life journey so far?
Sure, Sunny. So I'm originally from Odisha, but I've done my schooling and my graduation from Chandigarh. And after that, I did my post-graduation. I was in Delhi NCR. And then I joined a company straight out of college. I spent close to 5 years with that company. We were in a B2B SaaS space. After that, I moved to a separate company in Gurgaon. The experience there was less than ideal. I mean, you have these kind of experiences. You realize that, money is not really everything. If the culture is not good, if the alignment is not a good fit for you, you will not really grow. So I was looking for a switch. And at that time, IT by Design happened. And life sort of came full circle for me because you guys had an opening in Chandigarh. So that really got me excited. But more than that, what I was looking for was a good cultural fit, like a good work environment where I could see myself grow. And that's the vibe I got, during the interview processes. Like I spoke to Ankur, with Steve, with Javed, and with you. And I had this great gut feeling that, yes, this is where I can see myself grow. And it's been, close to 6 months now with this company. But honestly, it feels like I have always been here. It feels so much longer because my journey with IT by Design, it's been so fulfilling in terms of helping me grow as a person, helping me grow as a marketer, helping me enhance my professional capabilities. It's been a wonderful experience so far. And I think that's something which was really lacking in my previous experience. The monetary and the job role aspects were there, but I felt like, my growth was stunted to some extent. And that's something, it's the exact opposite at IT by Design. Like, I can really see myself grow so much more beyond my role. Like, I'm hired as a talent marketing manager, but then I get to do so much. I get to play around with so many elements of marketing here, be it branding, communications, graphics, designing, and working on podcasts with you. So it's been a very fulfilling and an amazing journey with ITBD so far.
So that's awesome. And you have made an impact just in this very short period of time. Your intent, your impact, and it's because of that alignment, right? There is nothing wrong, right or wrong in this world. It's just the alignment. And just imagine the possibilities when a team member is well aligned with the culture and well aligned with their values, their purpose, their unique ability or their kind of skills, competencies that you call it. They're so well aligned with the role. And it's like a very pleasant experience, right, for the person, and a very pleasant experience for the company. So I'm so glad that you acknowledge the alignment and of us being intentional about really thinking of person from the 360 point of view, making sure that they are physically, mentally, and spiritually healthy. So health. And they are, their family, friends, their inner circle is happy. What can we do to contribute to that piece? and the career side, where what can we do to make sure that they're right alignment with the career roadmap, what they want to do, passion, things, so take a very comprehensive approach to design, career by design. And then the overall impact on our communities that we live in from the legacy point of view, that we all going to do things for ourselves, but what can we do for others, other human beings? And so, and you have already made an impact in all those four areas. And that is probably a nice segue to the next question. How would you describe IT by design culture? So let me ask this question again. What are the three words that comes to your mind, only three words that can describe ITBD culture?
Okay. If I'm restricted to just three words,
Three
first would
words.
be people-oriented,
Yeah.
positive, and nurturing. These are the top three words that come to my mind if I talk about IT by design's culture.
Yeah. So let's get into this a little bit more. So when you talk about people oriented, nurturing, collaboration type of words. So how would you summarize the culture?
So I'll start with why I believe it's people oriented, because that sort of encompasses everything else in itself. So like we have a very collaborative way is one of the policies that we follow here. So our culture, it involves a lot of collaboration within the team, across functions, and in every kind of environment you see that people's voices, they are heard. People are encouraged to share their opinion. People are encouraged to come together, bring in their thoughts, their ideas, their perspectives. And when you have these different perspectives come together, that's when growth happens. That's where innovation happens. That's where innovation by design happens. So that is something which I believe it's the best thing about IT by design. People are given the kind of value that they deserve,
Yeah.
because in a lot of companies what happens is there's like a mindless run for the increasing the bottom line. The bottom line is good, of course, but if we help our people grow, if we work with our people, if we give them an environment where they can come together, contribute to each other's success, and uplift them together, it will automatically enhance your bottom line, because people will just feel more connected to the organization. They feel more connected to the vision. And that would automatically enhance their productivity, because you want to, give your best for that company. So I believe, it being people oriented makes it like one of the greatest places to work.
Yeah. And it takes that intention to be people focused, really the mindset, the heart set, focused on really humanity and what difference you can make in this small community that you're building at work. And when you have that clarity, like you're very clear in terms of your why of being an entrepreneur, then it comes very easy. And then like a lot of people, as you said, more focused on bottom line. There's nothing wrong with focusing on bottom line. That's also the job of the leadership, to make sure that the bottom line is healthy for sustainability of the entire team and the community that you're building, that they're safe, they're secure, they are like sustainable. But the way you think about that bottom line, to again, when I said bottom line, I'm still thinking that for the greater good of the team. And thank you for sharing that, because it works really, really, well, and especially it served us well when we are more focused on people, their well-being, and the company well-being is automatically there. And okay, so now we're going to get into your top 3 life lessons. So can you share, first of all, again, I'm going to stick with words today. So what are the top 3 words that comes to your mind when you talk about your top 3 life lessons?
Can I go with phrases instead of words?
Sure. Let's make those one-liner life lessons to start with, and then we go deeper into those 3 points.
Sure. So the number one life lesson for me is that there's always a silver lining. The next one is that communication is key.
Yeah.
And the last life lesson, and my favorite one personally, is don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Okay. So let's get into silver lining thought that you shared. So what do you mean by that? Can you give me an example?
Sure. Like there's this quote that says, the more you celebrate in life, the more there is to celebrate.
Yeah.
And I really take that learning to heart. It's like no matter how bad things go, there would always be something good that can come out of it.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's no such thing as, something which has all negative consequences, right? Even in a bad experience, in a bad situation, you can look at the positivity, a positive lesson from that situation. Like I spoke about, the previous company that I was working with, it was not that great of an experience. However, at the same time, it helped me learn how to sustain and grow in an environment where it might not be most suitable or most aligned to my requirements or my vision. It helped me understand how to deal with difficult people, how to navigate a situation where, let's say, politics is valued more as compared to your work, like how to navigate those kind of tricky waters. I could have just sat at home and thought about that, oh, this was a bad decision. I should not have joined this company. But instead of that, I took it as a learning opportunity. I'm like, okay, I'm here. This is the problem that I can see. But how can I use it to my advantage? How can I turn this challenge into an opportunity to learn, to grow? And now that I have gone through that experience, I know that I will be able to sustain even in a difficult environment because I have done it. So I think that's the approach that I try to take in life. It's like I just try to stay positive, and positivity is one of our core values, which I really align with a lot. So I think that helps you be more balanced, be more focused, and it helps you have a more of a growth mindset rather than sitting and complaining about things.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. And it's perfectly aligned with the podcast title is Sunny Silver Linings. So what I hear
Yes.
you say is that there is always silver lining in every experience. It's just our, again, intention and ability to kind of really look at things that are silver linings and then taking action to kind of move forward, right? So when we talk about ITBD culture as well, when we talk about culture mindsets, then here you're always going to be learning or winning. So winning is like when experience is positive, experience is your intent, impact. That is an alignment and everything worked out for you the way you envisioned. That's a that's an experience where you can call that experience a win. And there could be an experience, negative experience that you go through. You feel the pain, you feel the emotional pain, you feel the overall. It could be anything in life, right? In general life. You can think, hey, what is this experience teaching me? What worked? What didn't work? What learnings I get from this experience, and what action I can take to transform that experience, right? That's what we talk about. So that's really, really great. Now, the second thing is communication. What do you mean by communication as your life lesson?
Sure. Like, I think it's an oft-quoted saying that communication is key. And while we do apply that to our personal life and our personal relationships, I believe it is very essential in our professional relationships as well. Like we speak about a collaborative way here, like two of their practices is to listen intently and to speak straight. I think that defines communication perfectly. It's like if I want to communicate something to you, something to a team member, something to a cross-functional team, I need to be very clear in, what my expectations is, what my ask is. And if they are sharing their viewpoint, I need to listen intently. I need to understand. Sometimes we listen to respond, but our instinct should be to listen to understand it, to process that information. And that helps bring so many different perspectives, especially in a business setup. I think one of the things that, especially as a younger person joining an organization, we sometimes feel a bit afraid or we are a bit skeptical to go ahead and ask for help. But that should not be the case. I mean, somebody senior is around; they have already been through the issues we might be facing, right? So if we just go to them and we ask them, we say that, like, if I come to you, like, hi Sunny, this is the problem that I'm facing. I'm not able to manage so and so. I don't know how to manage my time. You can share your inputs, your perspective, your experiences with me. That would enhance my knowledge, and if I have some perspective on how something can be done in a different way, I can share that with you. The more people come together, discuss ideas, talk about their experiences, share their perspectives, the more we grow together as a whole. So I think communication gets very important, especially in a professional relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Communication is key. And with the communication, effective communication is what leads to, healthy relationships, right? So in our personal life or professional life. And okay, now third one is don't be afraid of mistakes or failures. So tell me more about that.
Sure. There's this famous quote that, if there's something worth doing, it's worth doing badly.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not going to put myself out there and be willing to do it wrong, I will never learn how to do it right.
Yeah.
It's great if every one of us could be perfect at whatever we do. But more often than not, that's not the case. We learn, we fall back, we get back again, we fall and we rise again. It's a cycle. And that's how our continuous learning happens. And I think that's very essential to do in a professional environment. Because sometimes if you have a new idea, you have a new way of doing something, we're just too afraid to share it, to try it out, because we think that, oh, what if I fail? But, and I really took this lesson from you, that you shared this with us when I joined initially, that, you either win or you learn. So there is actually no failure happening, because even if we make mistakes, we learn that, okay, these are the 3, 4 ways it will not work. So the next time I try, I know what mistakes to avoid, and I can, enhance my skills, do that same thing better. But I think it's very essential to, it sort of actually ties in with our first lesson that, that this golf is a silver lining. Even if you are making mistakes, we are learning 5 different ways it will not work. The sixth time, it would be a success. And we keep doing that and we keep growing. So that's something I think everybody should keep in mind, be it professionally, be it in their own lives, that, you only fail if you fail to learn the lesson out of it. If you're learning something, you are growing, and growth is what, keeps us going at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. So what I heard you say, and this, this is so beautiful because, a lot of people miss on this is that there is so much fear that they have to do something, which, yeah, where there's uncertainty or they're not sure like what is going to be the outcome, and they limit themselves in life. And when you are afraid of making mistakes, afraid of failure, you are not able to unleash your full human potential, because risk is so important. Dealing with uncertainty, learning how to deal with uncertainty is so important in life. And it will never come as a learning, as an experience, if you don't have the thinking of taking risk, having the thinking of it's okay to fail, just fail forward. And we always talk about it. And this is one thing that I have been sharing with my kids, because that's one thing that helped me to be where I am today. Don't be afraid of failure, because failure is going to teach you. Failure is going to give you a lesson. Any pain that you will experience is going to give you a lot of learning. All you have to do is reflect on that failure and learn from it. And just to remove this, I will not even use this word failure in the vocabulary, because when it's not a word in your vocabulary, you're always, whenever the thought comes to your mind that, oh, I did not succeed, it's more like, okay, what did I learn from not succeeding, not hitting this objective, or not achieving this, goal? And it's the only thing that you have to do is, what did I learn? What can I do better again? And having that mindset is that the only way to grow in life is taking on things that makes you uncomfortable. So it's okay to step outside of your comfort zone, and it's so, because you're not going to have 100. No one wins 100% of the time. There's going to be wins, and there's going to be learnings. So as long as you are more focused on learning and more winning, and that leads to continuous transformation, and that's what life is all about. That you're always becoming a better version of yourself with your experiences, your personal and professional experiences. So Jigyasa, thank you so much for coming to my podcast. I once again truly, truly appreciate you as my team member. And I cannot say enough to to kind of really thank you for what you have done, the impact that you have made on our ITBD community, and also supporting me, contributing to my vision. And it's really, really awesome to have you part of our community. And I'm so grateful. We are blessed to have you part of our community. And you take care and have a great, great rest of the day and blessed 2023.
Thank you so much, Sunny. And a very happy new year to you and everybody else as well. And I have a special something prepared just for this occasion.
Okay.
ਅੱਖ ਸੁਰ ਮੇ ਨਾ ਲੱਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾਰ ਦੀ ਖਿੱਚ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਅੱਖ ਸੁਰ ਮੇ ਨਾ ਲੱਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾਰ ਦੀ ਖਿੱਚ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਦਾਰੂ ਅੱਜ ਲੱਗੀ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਥੋੜੀ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਦਾਰੂ ਅੱਜ ਲੱਗੀ ਸੋਹਣਿਆ ਆਇਓ ਗੋਰਾ ਮੁਖ ਹੋਇਆ ਅੰਗਿਆਰ ਵਰਗਾ ਮੁੰਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੂਲੀ ਉਤੇ ਟੰਗੀ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਖਰਾ ਤੇ ਤਿੱਖੀ ਤਲਵਾਰ ਵਰਗਾ